Hello, happy Sunday. I just wanted to come on and talk. I wasn't gonna do a makeup look today, but then I realized that tomorrow was the 19th, and excuse me, her fur goes right by my nose every time. They're all, doing shedding right now. But anyway, Barbara, Tabby, and Gracie and I do look of the month, and it's for birthstone, and it's due tomorrow, so I filmed that today. That's why I have it on black and white. Yeah, I am so tired today. I don't know why. I actually got some sleep last night, and that's probably why. But this is the girl that has the blood clotting disorder. What was I gonna talk about? I don't know. One thing I did want to talk about, I'm not, I don't really care or anything, but I'm just curious, why do people do their makeup in the car? They just go out there and sit in the car and do their makeup. I don't quite get that one. I don't think there would be anything really fun about that, at least for me, I like to be in the room that has all my stuff, I'm, weird like that. I like everything where it's supposed to be, and if I would go out in the car and forget more than half of what I needed, I would have to keep coming back to get more, and you know what I mean. Hi, baby. She's so pretty, even in black and white. Yes, she is. Yeah. So I was talking about this yesterday for one of my other channels about the couple in a very famous 80s band that have split up, and everyone at first was blaming him, thinking he was cheating and thinking it was his drinking problem, and it's coming out now that it was actually her. And I don't know, I was just thinking about that again, like I was talking about in the other video, all these Hollywood things. I was talking to a friend about it too last night. Like, it has to be so exhausting to be that deceptive and to have to put that much work into presenting yourself as someone that you aren't, I couldn't even imagine attempting to do that on a daily basis. I don't know. At least with him, you really knew what you were getting, He's volatile, temperamental, he's mean, he's got addiction issues, and, all kinds of other stuff, but it's all out there, He didn't hide that, But she presented herself as something completely different than that, I shouldn't have been surprised because of all the stuff coming out about these people in the entertainment industry. But boy, I don't know, it shocked me. I thought she was just this really nice woman that was open about her mental health struggles and, just loved her husband with his faults and everything and would never do stuff like that, you know? I don't know. uh, this world, I just don't get all that effort to try and be so secretive and deceptive. Like I said, you know, it exhausts me just hearing about it. And to imagine trying to do that in your life all the time? No. You know, I'm pretty open. I don't, you know, I probably put out there way more than I should, you know, and sometimes I have to catch myself, you know, because there's some strange ones out there. And, you know, I've run into one or two of them on YouTube, and I think some of them think that I forget that they make me uncomfortable, but I don't forget ever, you know, and I've definitely had to reel myself in, and, you know, and I have to start doing more of that, you know, because it's, you know, I don't want, I don't know, you know, you just want to do what you love and not deal with that kind of stuff, you know. The point of that is, you know, I am what I am, and, you know, I've made mistakes in life, and I'll tell you about them. You know, I don't know, all of that trying to hide stuff, and I can't do it, you know. I don't know how they do it. And I remember her a few months ago talking about one of the other guys in the band who's married, and his wife is allegedly cheating on him, and her husband went and told the other guy all about it, you know, because the woman was sending them messages and telling them everything she was doing. And this girl that just got caught now was talking about how they told this guy everything, and he still stayed, and he made a really loving birthday post to his wife like a couple days later, and she was acting, you know, like she was above that and she would never do that, and here we are, you know. It's so weird to me. I don't know. Strange world we live in, that's all I can say, I guess, you know. I don't know. It just reinforces to me, you know, that you can't trust people. They are so cunning, you know, when you live your life like that. Well, anyway, that was a lovely little Sunday chat. You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? Oop, I dropped the phone. Hey, you. Nope, she says she wants to nap. So, I will post this. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she went. Post this video tomorrow. Not this video, my makeup one tomorrow. Bye.